Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Building D-Day in LEGO. We're going to get right into it and we're going to talk about a couple things I've been working on with the MOC. A lot I'm waiting for is, I got like 5 or 7 Bricklink orders I'm waiting for, and those are all coming from overseas in Europe, France, Germany, all sorts of places, and I don't have any of the parts. And it's funny because I have, for example, like, I have the legs for the Americans, I've got the legs for the Germans, but I don't have the torso, so I can't start printing until I have those. So I'm kind of at a standstill as far as figures go. Once I get those, I think it's 2 or 3 orders for the figure parts. Once I get those, I'm going to start printing right away. And we had that one episode where we talked about all the different figure concepts that we had. Let's see if I can put this guy right there and that'll focus up on it. So we had all those different, come on. There we go. So we had all the different figure concepts. So once I get the parts, I'm going to basically be printing right away. So that's a good thing. One thing is I also got all the Higgins boats parts ordered. So those are on the way. That should be here hopefully by next week's episode. So that'll hopefully get things rolling as far as vehicles go. Let me zoom out. So I went to order all the Higgins boats parts, right? And I had totally forgot that I didn't have all the Flak 88 parts. And I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts for the Flak 88, and I didn't order them. I totally forgot. That's because this was face down, covered up by some of these bins over here, so I totally forgot. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to go order the parts for the Flak 88s. Obviously, we have these ones that I found out in my collection, and then this we talked about in last week's episode as I dropped them. So we've got like over 2/3 of the parts, but that last third is kind of some of the critical parts. So I'm going to order those. Hopefully I can find a US seller so those can get here as soon as possible. But we're going to talk about a couple other things on the MOC, but that's some of the main housekeeping I wanted to take care of. And I guess another question for you guys is, I'm doing 2 Higgins boats. 3 was just too expensive, so I'm doing 2, and I'm thinking, what should we put a tank or another vehicle for the Americans on here? I'm thinking maybe a Stuart. The Sherman's pretty big, but maybe the Stuart over here, we could put on the beach exploded and have it as the Marines, or not the Marines, the Americans are using it as cover. Let me know what you guys think of that idea in the comments down below. That way it'll just add a little more detail to the MOC other than just 2 Higgins boats. So let me know what you guys think of that in the comments down below. I'm going to go start working on some other things. I'm going to get those Flak 88 parts ordered, and we're going to just keep things rolling. So I'm going to keep you guys posted. Alright guys, so I got the Flak 88 parts organized, and I was looking up here. This is kind of what we got going on. So the Flak 88 is going to be going down there in the bunker pit. We're going to have Germans all throughout here. We're going to have some injured Germans. Once again, I don't know if the Flak 88 will perfectly fit in here or not. We might have to modify the legs for it. There's 4 legs that come out in all directions. Every 90 degrees there's a leg. And we might have to make them a little bit shorter, which is no big deal, but that might kind of make this really tight in here, so hopefully that works out. My plan is, okay, let's say it doesn't work out and we can't shorten them up and it just makes it look too compact in there. We can put the flak back here, and looking at your guys' comments from last week's episode, you guys like the idea of maybe doing half road and then some sort of destroyed shack, building, or ammo storage or something back there. Some of you guys said that maybe a destroyed building would make it look too crowded because I don't have a whole lot of space back here, which I totally agree with that. So maybe putting a Flak 88 here and some sandbags around it might look better. So as far as what I'm doing back here, I think I'm going to hold off for a little bit and wait till hopefully next week's episode where we got the Flak 88 parts done so we can get that and start seeing if it'll actually fit in there. Because you know, if I take this figure out of here and you put a Flak 88 down there and you start trying to add figures and ammo boxes around it and whatnot and shells, it's going to get really crowded, and I don't want it to look too crowded because it just won't look as good. So that's kind of my thought process. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And another thing I got to order is I'm going to order more fire pieces. Or actually, I don't think I need more fire pieces, but what I need is more transparent red studs. Actually, here's one right here. I need more of these parts right here. Those little guys, because those will be used for the blood for the Americans and the Germans, and I'm always struggling to find some of that. So I'm going to get those. I'm also going to get some transparent clear studs for making waves and whatnot in the water, as well as some white studs. If you guys remember in the Battle of Peleliu, what I did on the beach is I'd put a white stud at the bottom and stack a couple clear studs on top to give it the look of like a bullet hit the sand and it's throwing sand or something up in the air. I thought it turned out pretty good in Battle of Peleliu, so we're going to do it again. Let me know what you guys think of that. So I'm going to go make, that'll be like maybe 2 or 3 more orders on BrickLink. So I'm going to go do that now before I forget. But let me know what you guys think of that idea of maybe putting the Flak back there. Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, we're going to be picking the winner from episode 24 here. We got 630 people, so let's do this. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go, Lego time. So this is, let's see, I believe I gave away, was it a German soldier? It might have been an anti-tank grenade, but Lego time, you are the winner from last week's episode, so make sure you personal message me here on YouTube with your full name, full address, zip code, all that good stuff, and we can message over there and get this figured out. So without further ado guys, let's wrap this video up. Alright guys, thanks for watching this episode of Building the D-Day in Lego. I know there wasn't a whole lot that we built on the mock itself. I got parts ordered. There was a lot of things that went on the back end that you guys don't see that I got done. Like I said, I ordered all the parts for the Flak. I ordered all the Higgins boats parts. Those should be, all that stuff should be coming in by next week's episode. That's my goal. Hopefully they come in. All this stuff was bought through US stores on BrickLink, except for one order, I believe. So if all that stuff comes in, we'll be building all that stuff for next week's episode. And like I said, let me know what you guys think of if I should put any tanks and what tanks I should put on the beach. All I have this American is the M3 Stuart and the Sherman. So that's kind of our options. So, I mean, I have a Hellcat, but I'm pretty darn positive those were late war and those weren't used on D-Day at all. So let me know what you guys think about putting a tank on the beach. It would probably be destroyed and in flames, maybe an American coming out of the top hatch, and then other Americans using it as cover. So that's kind of my thought process, along with possibly putting the Flak 88 not in that little bunker there if it doesn't fit, putting it behind it with some sandbags. I think that could turn out really cool. So let me know what you guys think of that. Once again, we kind of have to build that Flak 88 first to see if it'll fit in there or not, but I really can see that Flak looking cool behind it. So let me know what you guys think about all those, you know, different feedback. Just give me anything you can think of, drop it in the comments, because I go through and I read these comments before I start working on it for the next week's episode. So give me some feedback. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and check out last week's episode right there. I'll put the full playlist up here so you can go back and watch the other episodes. Subscribe by clicking right there. And follow me on Instagram, guys. I'll put a link in the description. My Instagram is x39brickcustom. So I'll see you guys over there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.